Hi, I'm Carl with Graphic Transfer, and today I'm going to show you how to do some carving on some ostrich eggs. These are really fun to do. They're quite thick, so you can actually carve them like you would a piece of wood. A lot of fun. What we're going to do is some leaves. So I went online and I picked out some leaf patterns off the internet, and I printed it out on regular paper. Then I also printed it out on the applique film. And I'm going to cut these out now with a pair of scissors, and I'm going to stick the patterns on the egg. Let me cut one out so you see exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go along here. Stay close to your pattern so you don't have a whole bunch of extra applique film around. Now take the backing off of the applique film and you're just throwing that part away. Okay, now here I have the leaf and it's very sticky on the back. Okay, so now I'm going to take this. Where the hole is drilled in the egg, that's going to be the bottom of my egg. I don't want that hole visible, so I'm not going to have it up like this. I'm going to have it like this. Now these leaves don't really matter how they go on there, but just start by sticking your first one down. Now I want you to notice something. It's going to crinkle up all around it on the edges. Hopefully you can see that. I'll try changing the angle. Hopefully you can see that in the video here, where it's kind of, the applique film is not sticking flat to the egg, and it won't because the egg is round and the applique film is flat. So if you want it to stick better down to the egg, then here's what we're going to do. Let me peel it back off. Make sure you set your egg where it doesn't roll off on the floor. Now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut into this pattern all around it. Now sometimes it's so bad that I will actually cut the pattern into pieces and then put it back together on the shell. And that's no big deal. It's pretty easy to do, and it works out a lot better for getting something to lay down flat. Okay, now I have lots of slits in this. The problem with it is it becomes a little bit fragile when you do that. So now I'm going to stick the center of it down. Okay, I've got the center down. Now I'm going to start sticking it by pieces. Work your way around. You'll end up with some gaps and some overlaps. Okay, there it is. Now it's down on there and there's no big ridges in the applique film. It's stuck pretty flat to the egg. Okay, we are ready to get going here. I turn my fan on. Now we don't make a whole lot of dust when we're outlining, but we do make some. So I've got a mask on and I've got my fan going. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try to keep this where you can see it, which is inconvenient for me, but I want you to see what's going on. Okay, here we go. I'll just start right here. Now you should be able to see a little bit of white dust going as the diamond cuts into that egg. And you'll notice I'm kind of staying on the outside of the leaf, not in it. And I would normally be going a lot faster than this, but this position is a little bit tough for me to try and carve in. Okay, now I've got all the outlining done, and I'm going to turn this egg a little bit so you can see that. I've outlined all the leaves. And like for instance, let's look right here. We have this leaf here that has 3 parts to it, and the stem was going down this way. Then this leaf is laying over the top of that leaf. So you can see I outlined the stem on that leaf. All right, I'm suited up and just about ready to go here. Now remember, I'm going to come in here and remove this around here. Now, I'll have Shirley zoom in there for a second on that bit. This is a diamond football that I'm going to be using. But right in here, we want to come in and carve it down. Now remember, if you're right-handed, when you bring the tool towards you, it's going to be more aggressive. If you're left-handed, when you bring the tool towards you, it's going to be less aggressive than if you pushed it away from you. Now this one and this one are barely touching right here, and I'm going to leave them touching there to give a little bit of support. But I've got to turn this a little bit in order to be able to get at it. Okay. Okay, well, I'll get this part right here. All right. So now I've got this leaf underneath this one, and I've got this leaf underneath this one here. Now I'm going to work on that stem a little bit. So that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to go around and put everything underneath that needs to be underneath, all the way around the egg. Take your time, study each spot really well so that you get it right the first time. And then once we get everything put underneath where it has to be put underneath, we'll come back and start actually shaping the leaves the way we want them to look when they're all done. But I have gone around and I've put the leaves underneath the others where they needed to be underneath. Like you can see right here, this leaf is underneath the tip of this leaf here. It's underneath this leaf and underneath that stem. It's over the top of this leaf up here. So we've got everything working with the leaves over and under now. And in some places, like you can see on this one, I went ahead and removed a lot of that hard cream-colored surface of the eggshell. Okay, now I want to use the round part of this football, not the tip. I'm done using the tip. So now I want to come out here. Now notice that I'm holding the tool back a little ways. I'm not holding it way down here by the tip. I want to use it more like a brush right now. I've got it running wide open. And I'm just working to get rid of that ledge that I made right there. Now I got rid of most of these while I was putting one leaf underneath another leaf. I left this one so I could show you exactly what I'm talking about. We're back, and I've got a few veins done in some leaves and some general shaping to the leaves here. Now on this one I'll show you, I came up through the center of the leaf with a diamond wheel, which is this bit right here. And I brought it up through the center of the leaf, just like that, a few times. Then I took the number 2 round diamond and I made these little veins in here. And not to worry, we're going to do a little bit of this later. I just wanted to show you what I've been doing. Then on this one here, you can see I've left the veins standing up. And these are just roughed out. They're not done, they're just roughed out. Okay, we've gone over the whole egg now with the football, the large football, and we have smoothed out all of the leaves, and we've got our shape basically done now. And so the next step you would do is to draw in the veins. Now, as you can probably see in this scene, that not only have I drawn in all the veins, but I've already cut all the veins also. So I'm a little bit ahead, and now I'm going to show you how to cut these. Okay, we've done all of the smoothing on the egg now with the green stone. Okay, now we've got all of the cutout done, as you can see, and the egg is almost finished, and it actually is turning out to be a very beautiful egg.